here, Brian Johnson.
I'm back, baby!
He's back from Crown Casino where he ran a Mac for 5 days, turned over 4 million and came home with 38 cents. You had a good week.
I did too. I did flew around man living Australia big time, but luckily I got him out of the country on Cup Day, and he went to Caulfield, I went to Flemington and seen Dandino run 5th, so pretty happy day all around.
Thank God the carnival's over. Life can get back to normal.
It's a little bit like that.
Let's have a look at last week. We only had the 6 runners in the end. We had a couple of misadventures, Brian, that put us astray, but let's go back down to Geelong on Belayne Cup Day, and we had Lucky on barefoot in the Cup. Very, very unlucky to run 4th. Held up at a crucial time, and on a firm track it was good to see him hitting the line strongly, and I think there's a win in him over summer in one of these country cups not too far away. And then Brian, your horse, Schwarzens, first up, never won first up, told it no one to back it, gets up on Betfair at $25, and guess who's on? The old mate here.
Yeah, well, it started a pretty big day for us with Extra Sons, got into Boban, and a horse that you know a little bit about, and a fantastic win, and I think it's going to be winning in town, I reckon, on that run.
Yeah, very impressive. Looked magnificent in the yard. Congratulations to all the owners and to Matty Williams. They've done a great job with that mare, and a masterful ride by Peter Mertens, who I think is fast becoming the Matthew Williams stable jockey.
He is, he's doing very well. A great ride on for Sons anyway, fantastic run.
On Sunday we drove up to Ararat and we're in the last, and I made the big trip up, Brian, an hour and a half door to door, not too bad. He ran 5th, General Amore. It was just a little bit unlucky. He was the run of the race, I thought. He got held up once again at a crucial time, and he really hit the line strong on a day where it suited front runners, but he was hitting the line. Then we went up to Ballarat on Wednesday. A lot of rain about, and the track had to be scarified. As it turned out, I wish they had called him off. We didn't go too good, but look, Evans ran 6th and East Star ran 5th. I think you just put a line through everything that ran on Ballarat on Wednesday. Take no notice of the form. They're better than that, and we'll just live to fight another day with those 2 horses. Yesterday I went up to Bendigo to watch Tayu in the last race, and he ran 2nd behind Darren with his other horse, Trust and Gus. D. Oliver rode him, and I thought it was a great run. 2nd up, got back into just off the speed, and Oliver followed the favourite through and just couldn't pick him up to go down just over a length, but he gave me a sensational report on the horse when he got off, and you'll see Tayu next to Ballarat on Ballarat Cup Day, and I'm sure the Oliver will be on board. Right, let's have a look, Brian, going forward. We start off at Dunkeld. It could be a big day there with 4 runners. The first runner will be Schnitzel Rose in the first.
It will be, and looks pretty well placed here too, Darren. I'm just hoping, I think Matty Williams might be on a Bucks Day that day too, is he? Or he's part of a Bucks Day, so it's going to be a big day for the trainer up there. If you can get a few winners, I think Dunkeld's going to go off. Yeah,
well look, obviously we've got Platelet and Long Espresso at Caulfield and 4 runners at Dunkeld, so I've been called off the bench to go to Dunkeld to take control of the horses and make sure things get looked after, because Matthew Williams, as you say, is on his Bucks Day. I want to get out of there before the nudie run, because I could be scarred for life, especially if he gets a couple of winners. But good luck to him and Ultra with the wedding coming up and his Bucks Day. He's probably one of the oldest bucks going around at the moment, but it could be very, very messy. Schnitzel Rose, gee, it's a strong enough field there. There's a few horses there from City Stables that shouldn't be at Dunkeld on a Saturday.
There's a promiscuity from the Moody stable, looks nicely placed in there. But Schnitzel Rose, I think it's first run. Race at Warrnambool, showed plenty of speed, but just tied a little bit in the straight. The winner from that race, Time Monday, is the last up Moonee Valley winner. And he's actually racing around tonight at Moonee Valley, and one of the favourites of the form round, who's pretty good.
Schnitzel Rose, I thought she'd win from what I've seen on her trials. I think she's a pretty smart filly. I thought we'd just go to Dunkeld and get a kill. Got a young girl on it. Lily comb my hair.
Yeah, apparently so, but she claims 3 kilos too, so it helps. Every little bit helps.
She's ridden a few winners up around the Riverina, so nice girl. She's done a bit of trial work on that, so good luck to her. Alright, our second runner will be Change Course. First up again, the De Heer filly. Had a few starts last prep, was placed. Just a little bit immature and just had a few little issues. I think she's over them now. Had a good spell, kept the weight off her. And yeah, first up, I think Change Course could run well.
Yeah, she went well fresh last time in, so I think the stable's expecting a similar sort of run, and looks nicely placed in this event.
Yeah, then we've got the Darren Weird trained Chalaki, 4th emergency. I doubt she'll get a start there. She's in at Echuca on Tuesday, so look, she trialled really well last week. If she does manage to sneak into the field, she can run well as well. Schwa City is our next runner at Dunkeld. She's drawn horrible, Brian, and it's a big field, and Peter Mertens is on. He's going to have to weave some magic for you.
Yeah, exactly. And last start before a spell was awkwardly out too in the same and from a wide gate, and didn't have much luck in the run. And she's going to have to be ridden for luck again this time, I think. And if Peter can get a cover in behind him and get a run out late, I think she might be too good for these. Yeah,
well, I'm not holding my breath on that track in that field. I mean, I've been going to Dunkeld since 1942, and it's an on-pace track, and it's a little bit tight. And I think she's going to tell her. I know she's better than him, but she's going to need a lot of luck to be winning that race. So that's Dunkeld. Big day, 4 runners maybe, and the Beetroot Bucks party. What more could you ask for? Okay, so while I'm at Dunkeld, Liz will be down at Caulfield to watch Platelet and Long Espresso fight it out in the Kevin Heffernan Stakes, Brian.
Exactly. I've actually been pulled off the bench to go down to Caulfield to look after Liz in Darren's absence, but it should be a good day. And
that'll be a bigger job than me looking after Beetroot Williams.
Yeah, exactly. You've got 2 live chances in the race. It's a pretty good field. On weights, Platelet's pretty well placed, and could be a pretty big day, especially if these 2 can run the Cronulla, but it seems to be a little between them. You seen them trial earlier in the week. What did you think?
Look, they worked together on Ballarat on Tuesday morning, and Michelle Payne rode Platelet and Johnny Allen rode Long Espresso. They worked over 800. I thought Long Espresso had Platelet covered and carried more weight, but look, it was a good 3. Platelet doesn't go on the real good 3. She'll be looking after herself. She's not the best track worker anyway. Long Espresso is probably in the peak of her form. Look, at the end of the day, Platelet's a dual Group 1 winner. Long Espresso is a very, very good filly. I think Long Espresso will win a Group 1. There won't be much between them on Saturday. I really hope they can run 1-2. And I think it's going to come down to the best ride and the best luck in running. Platelet knows, Michelle Payne knows Platelet very well. And Ben Mellon, he knows Long Espresso very well. So let's hope we can get the Cronulla and may the best horse win.
Exactly.
All right. Saturday night we're off to Darwin with our Romeo, the formerly trained Darren Weir horse, up now with Jason Manning in Darwin. First up for ATB this time. Look, Jason's wrapped with the horse. He's settled into Darwin beautifully. He's so relaxed. His coat looks great. He's in great order. And the reports out from the stable is that Jason thinks he's definitely going to run first 2 on Saturday. Gives him a great chance of winning. Obviously Gary Clark's horse is going to be the hardest one to beat. But yeah, it'd be really good to see Romeo go around to Darwin.
Yeah, I think he'd be suited up there, but probably just need to be mindful. He hasn't placed over the strip in 3 starts, but he is a winner first up. But I think he'll race well in Darwin.
He's in the train of the Master Yard now, Jason Manning and Vanessa Arnett. So anything's possible in Darwin.
Right up then.
Anything's possible in Darwin, right? All right, and then I guess Sunday at Donald, we've just got the 1 runner in Host Me. She's getting out to 13.50. Alan Crichton's a rider for the Darren Weir stable. Look, she's probably going to need the run. She's a miler, she's just building up. Her last run looked a little bit disappointing on paper, but just don't take any notice of that. And she's one that'll pay to follow in the future, but maybe not on Sunday. And then if Chalaki doesn't run on Saturday, Brian, she'll go to Echuca on Tuesday, and she looks pretty well placed there.
Yeah, she does, and I think her last run she was up on the pace and just go ground in the straight due to fitness problems, and well, not problems, but she just probably wasn't fit enough, and she looks nicely placed in that race, but a few unrace runs in there makes it a little bit difficult to tell.
I think she's a pretty smart mare. She pulled a shoe in that race, and she just strained, got a little muscle strain, and then since then she had a foot abscess. I think she's a talented horse, but just trying to keep her in one piece and keep her together so she can actually string a few together is the problem. So hopefully we can get to Echuca or Dunkeld on the weekend, and she can go out and run 3 or 4 races and get going and build a confidence, and everything will be very good. Well, they're runners right through until next Tuesday, Brian. Who's your best?
I'll probably go Long Espresso each way.
Long Espresso
each way is probably a good each way bet.
Well, I'd go Schnitzel Rose to win and Platelet to beat Long Espresso. How's that sound?
I think it's good if you back it each way.
And right now, what do we got? The last round of the ATB tipping competition?
It is, yeah. Nathan Bennett's under a lot of pressure this week. He's been in the media a lot this spring with Dan Dino, so I just hope he's focusing enough to get his tips in tomorrow, and because he's leading by a little bit, so it's his to lose. He's to lose at the moment.
Well, good luck, Nathan, and good luck to all the other tipsters. I was talking to Phil Britton earlier, and he's picked, I think there's 5 races involved this weekend. 6, and he hasn't picked a horse under 20 to 1. So he's either going to come home like a train, or he's going to flounder like a whale.
Might be the latter.
If you're well behind and you want to win, you've got to go for the outsiders. You've got to go for the big odds because you need the points. So now he's picking favourites this week. If you're not leading, you've got to have a crack. So good luck to everyone. It's been a fun competition.
The last one that Phil took me, I think, was Black Caviar. He gave it to me 3 times in a row. So since then, he hasn't done too well.
I think that was at the first start. All right, and what else is happening around the traps?
We've got the Christmas party on December 1st at
Yes.
your Manning Tree Park complex. So make sure you email Darren, let him know if you want to turn up.
And we've got Ballarat Cup coming up on Sunday the 24th, so we've got a marquee there if you want to come along. We're subsidising it with the Turf Club, so it's $170 a person. Admission, food and drink at the ATB marquee on Ballarat Cup Day, and as Brian says, 1st of December. The ATB Christmas party at Manning Tree Park should be a great day at the stud. And just once again, send through your emails. And then on December 8th, looks like we're off to Hong Kong to watch Dan Dino running the Vase.
Well, I really can't. I have to stay home and look after the foals, Darren, so I won't be able to go. I'll look after the horses while you and Liz Gallivan are in again. That's fine.
So look, to wrap up this week, it's been a great spring carnival. Dan Dino, I think, done us proud. We've got a very, very good horse. We've got our functions coming up, so we hope you can get there and be part of it all. And as most of you know, we are seriously in the market for a couple of new horses for next year's Melbourne Spring, and hopefully at the Christmas party we'll be able to make some announcements about those. So if you haven't registered your interest, you need to. Also at the Christmas party we'll be parading 4 brand new yearlings for syndication. One by Strategic, one that's related to Platelet, one out of our former champion mare, Skew Whiff. So a lot to look forward to, and it's not that far to the end of the year. So until next week, Brian.
Bye from me.
And me.